Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I don't normally do reviews on my channel, but Dahmer deserves a review. There's a lot of shit in Dahmer that just threw me out of a fucking loop. And obviously the story of Jeffrey Dahmer, this is nothing new to you. Or it's the first time you watch it and figure out what the fuck he does, this is nothing new to you. The funny thing is, the first time I heard Jeffrey Dahmer's name was in Dark Horse by Katy Perry and Juicy J, where he said, "I'll eat your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer." And obviously, a play on words. You didn't think nothing of it. Until, a couple years after the song came out, I was like, oh, who is Jeffrey Dahmer? He did what? Paid no attention. Then the Netflix adaptation came out, and everybody's talking about it. And of course, I'm trying to refrain from going into, the trend of watching the shit. But I couldn't help myself. I did. And now that I finally watched all 10 episodes, I am shook than a motherfucker. Okay? Let's get some things. I'm not going to the whole story, the whole thing. But let's get things that I kind of took from that. I was like, God damn, okay. That's chile. First off, Auntie Niecy, shout out to you, bitch. You played your motherfucking role as a neighbor girl. And, girl, you did your thing. I love it. Let's get to the real shit, though. So, first thing. How they allow the two young boys to get into that club and drink? Was they not checking IDs back in the Gap when they go to the gay clubs and shit like that? Because the 14-year-old boy especially, the one that, he got drunk and overdosed with Jeffrey and they were able to escape and got to his bed and died in the bed, that shit shook my soul. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, only 2 or 3 people escaped from Jeffrey. The boy he brought to the grandma's house that, woke up, he put him on a bus, took to the end of the line, and he woke up in the hospital bed. Him. The dude in the first episode who escaped by, dancing with Jeffrey and whatever. He escaped, thank God. And the 14-year-old boy. And what I don't understand is, why did they go back to the house but never found shit? At least the boy that was at his grandma's house. They found shit with the first dude, but I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, yo, for Aunt Niecy, her character, to have called the police how many times? And every time she's telling them, hey, listen, there's shit going on next to my next door, and you got, pure power to people screaming, y'all never came out and did anything. Like, why? Because it was in a hood neighborhood, in a black ghetto neighborhood, and Charlie think it was okay to go check shit. That was for further be fucked up, because that happens today. All right. Another thing that really shook me, Tony's death. Now, a lot of people on Twitter, because I'll be on Twitter. A lot of people on Twitter was like, I couldn't keep watching after episode 6 because how distraught the situation was. Episode 6 talks about Tony's death, the death man. Opens up with him and his 2 other gay deaf friends. They have a conversation in the bar about, wanting to live their dreams and, go get a dick when they get it from EO. You know how that go, whatever. The friend Rico died earlier in the episode. Obviously by Dahmer. Had to be. But Tony runs to Dahmer because they didn't know Dahmer killed Rico. And you could genuinely tell that Dahmer was trying to restrain himself from killing Tony. He actually had a genuine relationship with Tony. And when they go, he's missing, I was like, fuck, did he already kill him? Like, because again, like the mama said, he finna come back home. He wouldn't leave Madison without telling me. He never came back home and then comes back to see Dahmer and then dies face down in the bed. And Dahmer constantly restrictions from drugging him, and you still killed him. And you were trying to understand him, and you still killed him. That made me understand why people would watch after the episode. Because that shit was just so heartbreaking. And then we come to the end, where they're giving Niecy, her award for her bravery. But it also reinstated 2 police officers. And how many times we see today, as we're being killed by the police, that the officers always come back and keep their jobs, they be dead ass fucking wrong, But now we're dead in cold blood for no fucking reason. And that shit just boiled my fucking blood. Dahmer's death, which I find so crazy to me, because I wanted it to actually happen, where it was a solar eclipse. John Gacy dies by lethal injection. Dahmer gets baptized and then killed by the other church, the black church dude. And then you get Niecy losing a fucking apartment. And then what shook me at the end was, I'm surprised the dad did not want his brain to be studied. But as soon as he said they looked at John Gacy's brain and saw they find shit in there that was wrong, maybe that could be the fucking lie, I don't know. I kind of wish they would have dissected the brain and looked at the shit, because that would have said a whole lot more to me. Because as me and my coworker discussed, how do you grow up, or how do you be born with the instinct to want to kill people? That doesn't sound right. That's not shit you get trained to do. So I like how the dad came to his senses, was like, oh shit, I probably prepared you to do this shit. And it came to realization that he used to think that way. I don't know if you passing certain traumas and shit to your kids in a certain way that will make them do shit like that. But there's no way in fucking hell you just are innate to want to kill people. Now, I'm not saying the stuff in the world doesn't cause you, traumatic experiences, and you see it through your TV, whatever, and it caused you to do shit. But to just kill people, and then I don't even know if it's even the right thing to say that, at least Jeffrey, did kill them while they were conscious. But what the fuck? You killed while they were sleeping. Then you had sex with the bodies. You killed the body. And then, once again, back to Tony's episode 6, that threw me in the fucking loop. When he was eating the meat, and mind you, he kept saying, oh, there's meat bad in the house, and da-da-da. All the thing about meat. And then he ate that first piece, and saw his face. I was like, oh, bitch, oh my God, no. Can't, no, fuck that, no. Hell nah. The fact that we live in a world that is so dark that, again, you could be living next to a nigga, you could be sitting next to a nigga, you could be, out in a restaurant with a nigga, you could be at a party with a nigga, yet you don't know what can happen to you. And sometimes even being on high alert does not stop shit from happening to you. Now, in all their cases, he drugged them up and did what he did. But even you being sober and just not aware of your surroundings and shit like that, it can happen to anybody. I would say, my last words, just, be careful, have a gun on you, whatever. That don't always solve everything. Because manipulation is so fucking powerful if you let it be. And then especially under the influence, when you have no constraint or control, what are you supposed to fucking do? Shout out to Netflix for giving us this. But fuck no. Fuck no. Like, I just... Oof, child. Anyways, this is my review on Dahmer. Because I will go spill all the episodes out, but I just want to talk to points that really hit me, right? So, I did that. But fuck Dahmer, okay? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.